If I'm ever incapacitated and you have to start the podcast by yourself, just hit R.
Record.
I've done everything else behind the scenes. You'll never know. That hurt my ears almost a little bit. Welcome to this podcast, everybody. You know, we were at a concert Saturday, and people kept coughing so much.
Okay, kids.
It pissed me the fuck off. And the sniffles. It's like the quietest violin concerto I've ever heard. And then someone just like... just like coughing nonstop. God, it drives me nuts.
So, what have we here?
You guys are so funny.
Hello.
Holy shit. It ain't C3 penis face and R2 dickhead.
Hello.
Thumbs up for this podcast.
Looking. Found someone you have, I would say.
May the force be with us. Fucking A.
Salutations, star sluts and shitbags. What's going on? Rogue Squadron Podcast. Thank you guys
For tuning in.
tuning in. I am Mopar.
I am Commander Cody. Ready to execute Order 66. Man, you see that comment I shared
turn my
from
neck.
from the Revenge of the Sith novel when Order 66 happens? Did you see that image that I shared?
Mm-mm.
You didn't? Read this. Read it out loud for the fans. I know you can't read well, but I'm putting you on the spot right now to read this. If you're not watching, you should be watching. Tune in next week.
Holdout blasters appear in clone hands.
You're ruining it.
Arc 170s drop back onto the tails of the Jedi starfighters. ATSTs swivel their guns. Turrets and hover tanks swung silently. Clones open fire. Jedi die. All across the galaxy, all at once. Jedi die.
Boom. Savagery. I think you should apply to be a voice actor.
Someone asked, what is the name of this novel?
Please.
It says right...
It's posted by Revenge of the Sith novel quotes. I didn't see that.
People are intelligent.
Sorry. There's a Twitter account called Revenge of the Sith novel bot. And they just share, what are you doing with the Cinnamon Toast Crunches?
I wanted to see... Oh, we got Nicole Redbeard.
Ooh.
Does that mean something, Nicole? What are you trying to say?
We're not trying to do Mondays, but just keeps working out that way.
Yeah, so stop it.
Well, last time my wife, her car broke down. It's
bad
what
luck.
do you think? Is this now your wife? Is the house going to break down this time?
The house broke.
Not your wife, your engaged fiance.
Who is it?
Oh, I almost combined fiance and engage. So, welcome to the show, everybody. Rogue Squadron Podcast, episode one. I almost said 154. It's 184. Streaming again on a Monday. We're a little behind schedule, but it is what it is. Did the time change ruin your life this weekend?
It did.
Yeah.
I had an extremely long weekend of work. So
Is that why you're wearing hood and sunglasses
I don't
right
need
now?
I don't need to be seen. I don't want to be seen. It's something like I enjoy. I enjoy working, but some days, man, you're like, God damn.
Yeah.
I had to do some training, and it was 8 hours of training, which means you got to get there an hour before. You're going to be an hour late plus an hour of. It's just. It was too much. So that's why I'm here
We're going to help counteract the training.
on a Monday.
On a Monday. We're going to help counteract the training, though. But you were off today, right? It was your Sunday now. Yeah?
Yeah, but I also had to work today.
So you weren't off? So it wasn't your Sunday?
I worked.
Thanks for the update.
Salutations.
Salutations. We have a lot of fun things planned for today. The main thing is like a new beer review.
We have
something that we've never done before.
Yeah.
And we've heard from other craft beer fans that it's a thing. That if you have a French press and a beer and something to throw in the beer, you should try this out. So it's an infusion that we're going to get into here in a little bit. We should
Next
actually do
time.
that first because we have to let it sit for a little while before you can drink it.
So let's get the chemistry.
So we're going to pour it today, and then episode 185, we're going to actually drink it next week.
That's not how
Does
it's
that sound
happening.
good to you? No.
You better not be messing with my emotions.
Emotions.
Here, grab the crunches.
No, we're not going to do that.
We got
with you.
cinnamon toast crunch here. What kind of brew?
So we were lucky enough to link up with our friends at Land Grant. We have the Baltic Porter. Sorry, the Deep Search is the name of the beer. It is their Baltic Porter. I've had it before. I don't know if we reviewed it, but I have held it in high regard for quite some time. And I thought a dark beer would be a good way to say goodbye to wintertime. Throw this cereal in the French press and see what happens. So they were kind enough to give us some 6-packs of this here Deep Search. And what we're going to do is try it first with Cinnamon Toast Crunch, which Mopar just showed all you fine people. And then...
That's live with us, the true fans.
The true believers.
That's some, what's the 90s? What's the Mowgli or Hermione? What the...
Mowgli and Hermione. Those are two different franchises.
God damn it.
Yep. What are you trying?
The X show with the...
X-Files?
What's the morbid...
X-Files?
X-Files.
I said that.
I know, but I didn't hear it first. Yeah, I watched a 90s thing. Have you seen those 90s things or the 2000s, 90s, and 80s things on
the Tom Hanks ones? Yeah. He produced those. Yeah, I watched
on Netflix?
Yeah, I watched 80s, 90s. I'm halfway through the 2000s, and I think I watched like one episode of the 70s, but I didn't finish it.
I watched one of the 90s ones today, so they brought that stuff up. Pretty good.
Yeah.
A lot of it, I mean, obviously we were infantiles in the early 90s, so...
Yo, I never got into the X-Files.
My parents were into it,
Truth
so
be told.
I watched it.
Nah.
I saw a
They
lot
don't
of
have good taste.
A lot of it. Yeah, pretty different. I think now I would enjoy going back and rewatching it.
Probably. I mean, I was way too young when X-Files came out. I couldn't appreciate what it was. What you looking at, Mopar?
The live people.
What about it?
I'm just looking at it.
Hi.
I gotta take the shit off.
Yeah, I was going to say, no one can see you or hear you.
What'd you say?
All right, I'm going to crack open this.
Zale's with us live. He says that Captain Crunch is making me want a nut.
It's not Captain Crunch.
Yeah, it's not. You failed.
Didn't you say Captain Crunch earlier?
Hopefully.
Oh, bro, that smells so good.
Been a minute.
I haven't had cereal, let alone shitty-ass sugar cubes for a long time.
With real cinnamon.
With real cinnamon. It does say that very explicitly. All right, so I don't know which order I'm supposed to go in.
Award for victory. Starts with a T and ends in a Y. Trophy.
Tushy.
All right, guys. I do want to let everybody know that going to Celebration, we are doing an after party. So if you are going to be meeting up with your friends and family and the Jedi and everything in Chicago, we highly recommend heading on over to Motor Row Brewing, where we're doing an after party.
Yeah.
Tickets are free. Actually, tickets are sold out. We're going to try to book another floor of the brewery. So if you are interested, I would highly recommend going on over to Facebook, finding the event, liking or being interested in the event. So when and if more tickets come available,
I know, just liking or be interested. Select the box that says be interested in. No, I understand what you mean. I will link it in the show notes. So you can just click. But if you're listening live, yeah, just go to our Facebook page and find the event. We'll see. And I don't think we'll have full max capacity at like every single second. That was so loud. Every single second. So maybe we, like, as somebody leaves, we let somebody else in if we're kind of over maximum capacity. We don't want to get them in trouble. You know what I mean? You think this is enough Cinnamon Toast Crunch in the French press?
I think so. I think it's a good amount. That's like a good bowl.
So what we're going to do with this this French press infusion nonsense, we're going to try it with cereal and the beer. And if it doesn't work, or if we want to go some other route, maybe we'll try coffee beans next week or something like that. I was going to do 4 cereals just because we're 90s kids and cereal and Saturday
What else can you
cartoons.
infuse? It's got to be something like dry, right? That's seasoned or
I think
flavored?
anything like fruit, candy, anything like that. Just depends on what's going to go good with the beer, really.
How about we infuse an IPA in a Pilsner?
So if you're watching this, I'll hold the French press up so you can see it. So we got the French toast ready to roll. I'm just going to pour this stuff in. It does lose carbonation, so I think what the best option is let's pour in like 2 or 3 cans. What are you looking at? 2 or 3 cans, and if they go flat, maybe we'll pour half a glass of this and then half a glass of like a regular can so we don't lose all the carbonation.
Not excited for this.
Why? Cinnamon Toast
I'm
Crunch.
excited.
Stop changing your mind so much. How about you just keep your thoughts open and give it a shot? What do you think? What do you think about that instead of coming to judgments like every Star Wars fan?
Judgment Day.
Did you
ain't
share
never
that
seen-
link in the Patreon chat
I think so.
of the Juggernaut bitch?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that in a while.
X-rated.
The Juggernaut. Haven't you ever seen my movies? My movies are are titled X-rated. The Juggernaut.
The Juggernaut.
The Juggernaut.
Good day, Galaxy. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, we are referencing the Juggernaut bitch videos from Group X.
My Way Entertainment.
My Way parody or My Way Entertainment.
Something like that, yeah.
Classic YouTube stuff where they dub over X-Men stuff.
Yeah. And the old X-Men cartoons that are silly as hell.
I actually did find that episode of the X-Men and watched it. It was a brand new special.
It's terrible, right?
It was interesting because that fucking demon from the sky comes in at the end of the first one. Remember where he throws the Juggernaut across the water?
Yeah.
This motherfucker better not be talking about me. I'm gonna beat this shit. Get the fuck out of my way. There's a lot. He just doesn't stop talking.
It's so good.
Kind of like me. So I'm gonna stop that,
like that.
immediately.
Exactly like that.
Do we press down on this right now?
No. Don't ruin the infusion, Mopar, please.
It's very tempting. It's like the red button in the MIB car. There's a red button. Never press the red button.
Don't want to push that button.
Oh, I'd be playing with it though.
Yeah, so don't do this until... Should we set a timer?
What time is it now?
Hey, Siri, set a timer for 15 minutes.
Okay. Your timer is set for 15 minutes.
Is that good enough, you think? 15?
Okay. Where's she
Okay,
from?
Commander.
Okay.
Your timer is set. Wow, we need to stop doing that. You think 15 minutes is cool?
I see it bubbling. It looks like cherry Coke.
If it's bad, we'll just do it different next week. All right,
If it's
thanks
bad,
for joining us.
I'm gonna be mad.
So we got this beer idea happening. The Infusion is
What was the beer that you were using though?
Deep Search Baltic Porter from Land Grant. I already told that. They gave it to us for free. It was all this whole stuff. So if you're in Columbus, get some Land Grant beer. Come down here to Franklinton, hang out at the tap room, get some Ray Ray's barbecue, and have delicious beer. All right, so we also have, besides the beer thing, episode 9 footage hasn't leaked, but the shareholders saw some goodness. Lion King, episode 9, Aladdin, things like that. So we're going to get into that. Galaxy's Edge at the theme park, opening dates released. We're going to get into that. We're going to taste this beer. We're going to guess the scene. We're going to do our giveaway because we forgot the past 4 weeks in a row.
What are we
mad
giving
about it.
away?
No one's mad about it. This week we have 2 of the mini Legos, both from episode 1. Anakin in the Naboo Starfighter and Darth Maul in the Sith Infiltrator.
I like the Anakin one.
I like
Maul's face
I
looks.
like them both.
He looks like a shithead.
He is a shithead. It works.
What's up, Dryly, Amber, Zale, Shinobi? We got a bunch of them in here. Mondays are the day. People get pissed on Sundays watching their football and jazzercising classes.
We'll just have to do Sunday and Monday. We'll start doing double them up. Do 2 episodes a week.
Double down. Yeah. So what's going on? It was kind of nice today. 50 degrees ish.
Yeah. Sun's out. Kind of windy though.
It was like a chilly 50, which is weird because usually anywhere near March and you get 50, you're like, oh man, it's kind of nice. But I rolled down the windows and I rolled them right back up.
I did, and I left them open. I was for it. I'm all about it. I'm for it.
Like frilly toothpicks.
Hell yeah.
For them.
I'm for them. Nah, nothing crazy is going on. Fucking around with the time change. Just been haven't been watching much. Finally I got some comics. I got the new Padme book, Queen Shadow, and I just haven't had time to start them yet. So
I watched
just trying to
Fanboys last
catch up.
night.
I saw that. I was really jealous.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
I feel like we should somebody should screen that at Celebration. 20 years of Phantom Menace, 20 years of Fanboys. Because it was about the Phantom Menace.
This side's the dark side. Don't
join
the dark side of the Force.
We had that in there. If you've seen Fanboys, you're chilling with us. If you haven't, go watch it. And then our intro will make a lot more sense.
It's got to be one of those cheap movies now. You probably find it like $10 somewhere.
So I almost said this to somebody because I mentioned Detroit Rock City and they didn't know what I was talking about. And I feel like there was like an era of comedy there where it was like 4 friends and they loved something and they were down on their luck and then they went on some ridiculous adventure to find it. And they're probably from Cleveland, Ohio, and there was definitely Rush playing at some point. Mm-hmm. Like there's a bunch of movies like that, I feel.
Yep.
From that same kind of time period.
Tommy Boy.
Definitely fits.
Tommy Boy was in Toledo, Ohio, and I think there's a Rush song.
Sandusky.
You're right. Well, it's same thing.
Not the same. They're different names.
They're different.
How could you say that?
They're different cities, but it's the same city. Fanboys is a great movie, said Dryly. Of course it is. We suggested it. Catch up, guys.
I'm still thinking about your different names, but it's the same city.
What's one of those things that you hated as a kid, like food-wise, that you love now?
I never used to like pickles.
Oh, pickles are great.
I never used to like barbecue sauce.
That
So barbecue with pickles, I'm all
man.
about it.
Come on, man.
I never used to like coleslaw either. So barbecue is like my favorite meal now. I got to catch up.
Coleslaw, I think there was a learning curve for everybody. Mustard, I never
A
liked
learning curve.
to learn how to enjoy it. No,
Mustard?
Mustard was one of those where I didn't like it as a kid, and I like it on sandwiches.
Were you scarred by Mr. Mustard?
Oh, no.
You forgot about that video, didn't you?
Onions, I hated onions as a kid. I love them now.
So good.
Yeah. I was just thinking about that because we recently just been trying to like keep up with like Brussels sprouts we mentioned. Hated.
Right.
I wouldn't even think of a Brussels sprout as a kid.
I wanted to die.
But they're great.
It's because they were prepared wrong. My mom would just throw them in a thing, steam them, and give them to you raw. Not, well, steamed, but with no seasoning or anything.
She cooked them raw.
Raw, and then give them to you. The Brussels sprouts I like are like, they're sliced up, they're sauteed, they're like nice and crispy. That's a totally different method, man. You're more tasting the crisp from the pan than you are the Brussels sprout. Brussels sprout.
You bruss them, then you sprout them.
And then you oil them, and then you sprout them. Oh, man.
That was something that one of Stonehenge's, what's her name? Glass Armor. She was talking about Brussels sprouts with a coworker, and the coworker has a son that asked, like, what are Brussels sprouts? Like, what do you do? And and then his younger brother said, well, you bruss them, then you sprout them. And it's like, everything makes sense now. This is perfect. I don't have any more questions about life. You figured it out.
I want to know if Brussels is still just living off this sprout business that they came up with. They got a monopoly on sprouts across the world.
How do they grow? Do you pick them off
They sprout, and then you pick them.
You bruss them?
Literally. They brush them underground, and then they sprout, and you grab them.
And you grab them.
Welcome to the Brussels Sprout Show, everybody. I'm Guy Fieri, and I'm sitting here with Mr. Brussels. It's over. All right, so the Star Wars...
Syracuse, New York is a shitty city.
Why are you talking about that now?
Because that's where I was last weekend.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not good. I don't ever like to talk shit about cities, but
I was just going to say
just
that. Like, how many listeners are in Syracuse right now? They're
even like Covington, Kentucky, I found a pocket where it was like good food, decent beer.
Yeah.
Syracuse, I have yet to find anything.
Well,
I'm sorry,
we got to go
Syracuse.
back tomorrow.
Don't go.
Don't stay away.
Stay away. You drive through such shit. I mean, you drive through Cleveland, Buffalo, and all this shit to get there, and then you're like, why did I could have stopped halfway and been better off.
What were you talking about as you drove through Erie? You were going to stop somewhere?
Oh,
haunted
yeah.
house?
No. A show on Netflix called Evil Genius.
I haven't watched it yet, so I don't know the details.
Evil Genius.
So you said Evil Genius House, and I was like, oh, fucking, it must be a haunted house or something.
No. So Evil Genius, it was something like in the early thousands. Super fucking creepy because we were probably 40 minutes from Erie. We grew up 40 minutes-ish from Erie, PA. Basically, this guy robbed a bank, but he had this like apparatus around his neck. And he basically said, look, if I don't finish this like checklist, I'm gonna die. And the cops, obviously he robbed a bank, so he went around the street and the cops stopped him. And he's like, guys, I need to get this thing off me. I got to finish these checklists. And it killed him in like a parking lot. And there was this big backstory of these people that set him up and all this shit. But it happened in a fucking parking lot. And that's what I drove by of where it happened.
It sounds like something from Saw.
Yeah, dude, it was. It's only a 4-episode thing, Evil Genius.
I'm gonna have to watch that then.
It's fucked, dude. And there's some like conniving people behind it. Oh, but it happened in a parking lot of it was called Eyeglass World. And I stopped off at that exit and got gas, and on the way back I passed all of the bank, and then there was like an access road behind the bank that connects several businesses, almost like where a trash truck would go.
Yeah.
And that's the route he took. He robbed the bank and then went around the front of this road. Oh my God, Peach Street in Erie, PA, dude. Oh!
Ain't trying to have it. Nope, thank you.
I almost drove over the spot where it happened, but I couldn't. I cut off early. I was like, I'm not doing it. I pulled off the
creeped out
at a road earlier, but because I did not want to. Oh, guys, that shit creeps me out.
It's like being on Coruscant, walking through the Jedi Temple.
Is that
after
the same?
Anakin murdered everybody?
There's still what?
Yeah, there's still bodies burning. Literally, still on fire. This
Funeral.
to this day. What you think? Sidious did anything with the that room where all the younglings were that Anakin slaughtered? I think he like kept that as like a sacred chamber.
They had to like squeegee it or something.
What if he left the bodies and like enclosed them in glass in like a vacuum and had like a display plaque, like a trophy?
Don't do this.
It's like, this is where Vader literally fell to the dark side. I had him. Once he killed these kids, I had him.
God, how pissed do you gotta
good for
be? Did he
tourists.
like stub his toe every fucking step throughout? Fucking God. That's the only way I would fall to the dark side is if every step I took, I stubbed a toe.
Every single step? Yeah, that made me fall to the dark side real quick.
I would cut
But
someone
what
in
you have
half.
to think about is like, what if you fell to the dark side, what would that give you to fix the stubbed toes? You would still stub them.
Steel-toed boots.
So then, so why not just stay good and put those on? Yeah, because if you go Sith, you wouldn't get any like benefit. You'd still be stubbing your toe every 5 seconds.
Yeah, but it'd be fueling the power, man. The only way back is to cut your toes off. Can't stub them now. Stubless.
And then you get some Luke Skywalker like metal toe animatronics, so you can walk around. How fucked would that be if you lost your toes?
I'm still caught up on Evil Genius, man. Don't go watch it, but don't watch it. Don't go there.
I watched the Ted Bundy one.
Actually, you want to know exactly where it was?
No,
You remember Splash Lagoon?
that was in
PA?
Ashtabula, wasn't it?
No, that was in PA.
Oh,
Splash Lagoon, where we went.
Oh, yeah.
That's the exit.
Gross. My childhood feels
It's ruined now.
filthy. You ruined everything. I need to erase my past from my brain now. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Mopar.
Dude, and you start thinking about it and you start putting back the dates. We were there like close to the fucking time.
What? What if we were there?
Because
that
we
weekend?
were what, like 13, 14 when we went?
I just know we were playing Mech Assault the night before. That's all I remember. So whenever you got your Xbox, it was like shortly after that. Because I still didn't have one. Or no, I did, because we were also playing like San Andreas and KOTOR and stuff like that. Yeah. What's up, Jamie? Welcome.
Did your alarm go off yet?
Not yet. It hasn't been 15 minutes. I would say let's drink. I got 3 over here. I would say let's drink some.
Let's do the beer review and then we'll get into that one.
No, but we have to mix this with a fresh one so that there's still some
there's only two.
carbonation.
So there's only two.
There's 3 total.
Well, so you're mixing an additional 3 into this?
What I was thinking was we plunge this, pour half of it into a glass, and then fill the other half with a full beer.
I didn't listen to any
So
of
we
that.
get some carbonated.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
So we're not actually
almost
doing
there.
a beer review. We're only doing this.
Well, we're reviewing the Cinnamon Toast Crunch beer. 3 minutes left.
3 minutes.
You talked about Netflix for almost long enough.
Almost.
So what we should do first is guess the scene, and then we'll talk about the beer. We'll plunge it. We'll try it.
I watched Solo last night. After I watched a couple movies, man.
Very nice.
I watched Solo before going to bed.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Fanboys, Solo.
Solo, it's
Something
good.
else.
It's good. I really like Solo.
It's very good.
I did have a lot of issues with it though.
You must be a Star Wars fan that watched a Star Wars movie.
You want to do guess the scene?
I do. Well, not Solo, because that's cheating, because you just watched it.
You want to do episode 4? I feel like we haven't done 4 in a minute.
Yeah, because it's boring.
Let's do like 480.
I see.
Hour and 20 minutes in?
Any significance to 480?
No, it's a road up in
It's
Cleveland.
an interstate.
An interstate road. Outer state.
A road interstates.
Man, that whole... I drive too much, man.
I know.
Drive too much. The
Well, you get to see beautiful towns.
between where and where?
Between the bear and me.
Born of Osiris. I saw them last week too.
I was going to say, at least you got a metal show out of it. Does
No.
metal sound better in a shitty town?
Yeah.
I was going
It
to say.
does.
It does.
It does.
When
The
we saw
metal-
BTM in that rundown church in Indianapolis that was literally caving in as we were in the show.
Every bass drop, Jesus's.
A couple angels fell out of the rafters and like floated down.
Oh man,
So 480, you said, huh?
480.
For good old Star Wars, the first boring one. Sure, 1977.
This So what are you thinking already?
I'm
480.
thinking I don't want to do it because I hate this movie. Just kidding. I'm talking too much trash. I don't hate it. I don't hate it, guys. I don't.
Well, you start thinking.
So it's an hour. Where you going?
It's hot in here.
Well, take your
I
shirt
don't want
off.
to roll on this.
Well, stop rolling on it then. It's very simple.
Difficult.
Take your hoodie off. Why you come in here with the winter outfit on? We're
It is
indoors.
70.
We're indoors.
Stop.
I think the
Also-
air is on actually.
I love metal shows and I love metal stuff, like merch, but nothing ever fits right. It's always either 1,000% too small, and I'll go up a size, and then they're like, "Look, you can house a family in this." Like,
Well,
what do you-
they're thinking ahead, just in case.
It's true.
Got to make room for your beard.
Low parts Prager.
All right, so we're an hour and 20 minutes in episode 4, and this is the shortest one. So I don't want to overestimate anything. That's a terrible shirt.
I wish it was simpler. I like. Are you gonna show them? Are you gonna show them your
No,
thing?
because I'm trying to guess the scene and you distracted me.
480. It says kicking it old school. Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, select, start.
It doesn't say that. It's just a Nintendo controller.
Select.
Okay, sorry. Back to the thing. So we have ADD today. I'm very sorry. That's what happens when we record on a Mondays. But I think a lot of people like that we have ADD. That's how we started, right? We're keeping it old school. We don't change. We didn't sell out.
We're trying to still, but
Yeah, no one's buying it.
no one bought it yet.
Hour 20. All right, friends. I'm saying they are leaving the Death Star. Han thinks they got away.
What happens in 4?
No, I'm not.
They-
That's a little too far.
They
along.
rescue the princess, they leave, and then they go attack the Death Star, right?
There's 4 hours on Tatooine where nothing happens.
Yep.
And then they go to the Death Star and rescue boring Death Star part and the boring space battle part. That's the order that it goes in.
Looking
Which
at
one
it,
do you think it is?
Shinobi was saying Shinobi says Kenobi fights Vader. I think it's a little after that, 80. Because I think the trench run does take a minute.
Yeah, but not 40 minutes.
Yeah. Because you got to remember there's nothing else. It's just the trench run. It's not like they're bouncing between several things.
I'm saying Kenobi is yanking the tractor beam levers. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's my vote.
I really don't know what to say. I think they're taking off after Obi Kenobi dies. I think they're trying to leave. They're like they're boarding it. They're boarding the Falcon about to take off.
That was my first guess. All right, friends, if you're not live with us, pause, think about it real hard. Don't cheat because you don't want to lose on the prize, and put your thoughts in for guess the scene. So here we go, hour 20, and I'm gonna scrub through this like I normally do. 50 minutes, they're still on Mos Eisley.
Oh my god!
An hour, they still haven't landed on the Death Star, so we are way the fuck off. I think they're pulling into the Death Star at hour 7. So I'm scrubbing through still. We got an hour 20. They're in the trash compactor.
Okay,
Wow.
we're moving along though. The Death Star. They're not on the Death Star very long.
But I almost said that they were taken off at the Death Star. So we got an extra like 15 minutes of them bumbling around in the trash.
Well, keep going.
No, this is an hour 20. That was it.
Oh,
You forgot to think about it?
yeah. For whatever reason, I was thinking an hour 40.
No, 80 minutes. We're an hour 20. So they're in the trash compactor. Instant regret is washing over your face right now. You're so sad. This is a tough game.
No, this is just a shitty game. I don't like this game.
You've won like 4 times. I haven't won at all. You hate it?
We're all wrong. Look
Okay.
at Chewie, how pissed he is.
Well, did you win or did you not win?
Fucking door.
Tell us the answers, and we'll send you a high five through the postal service. Canadian Post.
USPS.
All right, are we?
We're there.
My alarm didn't even go off. Piece of shit phone.
God damn it. All right. Now we press the thing, huh?
All right, now we're gonna plunge this.
Plunge it.
Plunge. I'm
Do it
half
real
nervous.
Do
and
it real
half
slow.
excited.
Do it real slow like.
I will. That's how you're supposed to do it. Is that too slow?
but no, this is good. Feels great. A little faster now.
I think you guys, just to save your ears, should probably watch the live stream so that you can confirm nothing's happening right
He's
now.
plunging.
So a listener actually gave us this idea
Who was it, Riley?
It was. So if anything goes wrong, we can just blame it on him. We don't have to take any credit for ourselves.
We're getting to the bottom. We're squishing it. We're squishing it.
Give me that cinnamon out of the...
Yeah, it's almost like you're pressing the cereal, man. I see the cinnamon buds.
Well, because it got soggy after a while.
It's got cinnamon hops.
Beer, baby, yeah.
Yeah, it's like milk. I'm not excited.
You should be. I'm very excited. I've been
It's
thinking
got a
about
little
this
bit.
for 6 days.
Oh my god,
What?
it smells delicious.
I'm not excited. Oh, that smells great. We should do this every week.
I'm still not excited, but
You change your mind so often.
I don't.
So yeah, this is our first time doing this. We'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll alter next week if we need to. We shall alter the deal. But we were told that as it sits here and absorbs the flavors, it loses some carbonation. It's really best to put it in the fridge for like a half hour, but we don't have that kind of time on this show. So we're adding like a normal canned porter afterwards to give it some of the regular beer flavor back. All right, cinnamon toast, deep search from Land Grant.
It smells really good.
Smells like cereal, and I'm excited and nervous at the same time. So let's
Don't
see what
try
this thing tastes like.
Don't try this at
Guys,
home.
don't. You might. It's injured. Don't try it at home. What do you think?
I'm getting just porter.
Yeah.
A little bit of cinnamon at the end.
What? It'll probably
I
get better as we go on because
Yeah.
we're pouring the bottom of it. Then.
I honestly expected a lot more cereal flavor, but
Well, maybe it's all kind of sitting at the bottom.
it's not bad.
It's not bad at all. No. It could be a method that we're doing wrong. I'm curious though. We have to try it a few different ways.
Well, your fucking timer didn't go off. It probably sat in there too long.
No, I think the longer the better.
Siri's a bitch.
She never does anything right.
She never.
I quit.
All right.
I will say that right off the bat, it gives it like a different texture.
Yeah, it doesn't drink like a bubbly.
Like it gives it a... People that drink coffee will know. Not that I can explain it, but if you drink this, you would know what I'm talking about.
Not wowed. Not wowed at all.
No, not... It's like when you go back and try to watch one of those 90s movies that you thought you loved, and it's just terrible, and you're sitting there like trying to love it, and it's just like, nah. It's not. It doesn't work.
Like what, for example?
Like Mortal Kombat's terrible.
Dear God, yes.
But it's actually, that's worse than terrible. It's some level beyond terrible.
Yeah, and I think there was something. What was I watching? They were describing like games that are bad, and there's a scale where you have good games and then decent games and then really bad games. But right at the end of really bad games, like when it's atrociously bad, it gets good again because it's like, this is so bad, it's good.
Yeah, there's a sweet spot where things are just awful. Mortal Kombat is right on the cusp. It's not bad enough that it's good. It is like dead last as far as the bad movies that I've seen in my life.
It's below the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah. If there's some space below bottom, that's where it is.
Have you ever seen The Big Green?
No, what do you think about this beer?
This is all okay.
Yeah. I'm underwhelmed, to say the least.
Extremely.
I think it'll get better as it goes on, or we'll get drunker as we go on. Either way, I'm looking forward to the rest of the show.
Well, I'm wondering if it just didn't blend well with this beer.
I thought, a cereal with cinnamon and sugar and a porter would probably be a good choice, right? You don't want to fucking stick Cinnamon Toast Crunch in an IPA.
I mean, we're talking, there's a lot here. Warm, strong, sweet, complex. So I wonder if we just went too much on we need a simple beer.
I disagree.
Seasonal release.
I disagree.
You're trying to shove a lot. What ABV? 8.5. All right.
That's what I'm talking about. It's going to get better as it goes on. You know what I'm saying? Through no fault of our own.
I actually forget why I hate this. This is great.
Oh, man. Do you want to talk about episode 9 footage
I mean, there was none.
while we sip on this? Yeah, there was technically none. But we can still talk about it.
I love and hate this.
What?
Something's got to happen. Something's got to fucking happen. And I know nothing's gonna.
What? With episode 9?
Yeah.
With like the info that's coming out, or?
You saw Captain Marvel, didn't you?
I did. But I can't talk about it until you see it.
Yeah. There wasn't any opportunities to go see it.
No, I know.
Yesterday,
We can wait.
I guess yesterday there was, but I'm like, no.
Well, we're not a Captain Marvel podcast. We can wait. We waited like 5 weeks on Aquaman.
Talk about that again.
No.
Actually, I think it's available on not Netflix, on the Microsoft Store already, which is crazy.
Yeah, I would like to see it again.
That's one that if it goes down $5, I'll buy it. If you get the full Blu-ray version of it for 15 with the bonus features.
Yeah, maybe.
What episode of Star Wars do you not like?
4. I'm serious. 4.
I would rather watch 4 than 2. Just the watchability. I think it's got
that one's close, and it depends on what mood I'm in. That one's too close.
2 ends a lot better, a lot more action. Well, I can't even say that because I do like the trench run.
It's fine. I still like it.
I don't know. What are you looking up here?
All right, so we got Bob Iger, Mr. Robert Iger, the CEO.
He emailed us.
Of Disney. Yeah, who sent us that fine email many episodes ago. Shareholders meeting, he previewed some footage of all the upcoming Disney stuff, Aladdin, Lion King, Episode 9, Endgame, about what they saw.
Scott! What's his name?
Why did you scream it that way?
You don't remember that from Austin Powers? Let me call Scott. Scott!
Oh, yeah, for business. I just watched the third one.
That one's probably one of my favorites. Is the gold member one?
Yeah.
That one's pretty good.
I think I like 2, 1, 3.
Really? I like 1, 3, 2. I don't like 2 that much.
Really?
I like some Beyonce in my stuff.
I like Heather Graham. Come on.
What, the skinny one?
She's not that skinny.
No.
What are you talking about? Yeah. And not skinny.
Beyonce.
Why
Come
am
on.
I talking
Are you kidding
about
me?
this? I'm not
Where's
kidding
Kerner
you.
at?
I'm not kidding. I'm not picking one over the other.
Dude, Mini-Me and Chocolate Savage, they have a rap.
Chocolate Savage.
What's he called? Dr. Evil. They rap in the third
I
one.
thought you were talking about Beyonce. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. 3 does have the intro with Danny DeVito as Mini-Me, which is fucking hilarious. Anyways, back to Star Wars news.
Tom Cruise.
So, this is all we have is this one tweet. But people are kind of running wild with it. So if you don't want to be spoiled, fast forward a little bit. So Mr. Scott here says, scenes of a blockade runner in an abandoned looking hangar. I just clicked something by accident.
The porno that happens.
Blockade runner in an abandoned looking hangar. An explosion knocking stormtroopers in a starship hangar bay. Kylo Ren in a white room looking at the Vader helmet. Rey, Finn, and Poe in the Falcon cockpit.
How is the Vader helmet still around?
So that's it.
Okay, so this quite possibly might be a look in the past. Call back.
Nah, because they did the whole this guy's POV, and then the real story. There's a term. Weiss was talking about it. He's smarter than us. But I don't think we'll ever get any other flashbacks in style-wise.
I'm okay with that.
So I don't think the helmet survived.
God.
Stole kill the base.
Why did it survive?
They probably had a little bit of time. You know,
think
Hux was
there's,
escaping. Like, gotta grab the essentials.
Do you think there's like Sith sorcery involved that we haven't really talked about, where like Vader's mask or helmet is cursed in a way because of his actions?
It's possible.
So when it's near you, it's powerful and you can draw from it, but then you start like
succumbing to it.
Yeah, let's just say like a Stockholm effect or whatever that
Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, where you start sympathizing with the evilness.
I was gonna say when you said Sith sorcery, that Snoke's making Kylo think he's seeing Vader's helmet, but it ain't true.
Oh no, that's Vader's helmet.
Yeah, well, they just grabbed it before they left.
Grab the emergency goodie bag.
Yeah. Well, they had the button that would just like pull everything towards.
Out of order, fuck.
Out of order, fuck. No, like Harry Potter has to pull his broomstick from his dorm room when he's fighting the dragon. Kylo Ren's like, Accio helmet! And it just flies across the base and lands next to him before Hux picks him up with his cut open face.
What girl?
In a white room. That's the interesting part.
White room is cool. The Vader helmet's cool.
Cue Eric Clapton.
Blockade runner. Are we talking classic?
I would assume.
Has the Tantive 4 been blown up? The original trilogy, they don't ever show it anything else happening. What if somehow he's back on one of the goddamn Tantives?
Interesting.
Like a true old school blockade runner.
Well, that's a type of ship, though, right? There's new ones that can be called blockade runners, right?
Sure. But the new ones are probably look exactly like the old ones. It's just got like war paint on it.
Just blue instead of red. That's what they did in 7.
I blew myself.
Terrible movie. Rey, Finn, and Poe in the Falcon cockpit. That's pretty big.
Poe.
I mean, yes and no. We already know
Poe?
that they're together.
Just think about that.
'Cause they
Rey Finn,
saved-
Poe, and most likely Chewbacca.
And BB-8.
Poe piloting the Falcon with Chewie as a co-pilot.
That's dope.
We're gonna see some learnings.
I thought it was supposed to belong to Rey, though.
She doesn't own anything. Scavenger.
You know what? One thing people were pissed about for a while on StarWars.com, the article about Anakin's lightsaber said Rey's lightsaber, and people were mad about it.
It's hers now.
And now it says Anakin, Luke, and Rey's lightsaber.
Yeah. Like in episode 4, if they called it Luke's lightsaber, no one was pissed. Why did you call it Anakin's lightsaber? Because it's in Luke's possession.
I understand.
It's 11/10 of the law.
11/10 of the Jedi Code. I understand.
This is getting better.
Yep. That's why I say one of two options. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that does. I mean, it's a glimpse. And obviously, they chose this particularly probably because it gave a little bit of info without giving anything away.
Right. Yeah. That's why I don't even really think it's a spoiler per se. It's just, it's fun. It's stuff that we would see in a teaser, like a quick flash of that scene. So it's cool to see. And it gives nothing away. I mean, we knew Rey, Finn, and Poe were together at the end of 9, or at the end of 8, excuse me. So makes total sense.
Kylo Ren, no mask.
Yeah, in that scene, he did not have a helmet on.
Well, he destroyed his helmet. Is he like Batman where he just has extras laying around?
I thought I did see something, though, where he had his helmet back. Or somebody said he had his helmet back. So didn't make a new one. Maybe it was just speculation, like, will he have his helmet back?
What if he
What do you
makes a
think,
helmet
Mark?
out of the used parts of the Vader helmet mask?
That'd be sweet. Like a distorted piece together Vader helmet. That'd be sweet.
Like he uses the face cushions from the Vader helmet, etched. Or
3D prints himself a new one based on.
extra armor.
So yeah, not really a spoiler, but you know.
Like a dragon.
What else are we gonna do
Dragon priest mask.
until the movie comes out? That'd be sweet.
Have you ever done that?
Yeah.
All
My
of
first
them?
character was a mage.
Have you done all of them?
I don't remember if I got every single one, but I was wearing one for a long time.
Oh yeah, I'm wearing them right now. The thing that sucks, sorry, we're tangenting to Skyrim. The
Tangent.
thing that sucks is when you're a mage, I want to do all no armor. And you put the mask on and it's light armor and it adds like 5. And you're like, dude,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah, I know.
I'm actually doing worse now that I put that on. It's really pissing me off. Because my mage armor only does this flat. If you're wearing no armor, mage armor does double. That's the perk of it. So if you're wearing no
Right.
armor,
Right.
it'll do like 80 armor.
Right.
But if you're wearing no, it'll do double, so 120. So now I'm running around with 80 plus 6 on my fucking face, and it's getting...
But you look way cooler, so.
I do.
That's
I've
the
got the
plus.
Archmage robes. Look like a fucking Indian medicine man.
Tommy boy used to get so mad at me and Pat Butterclone for the lay because we were so particular about what our characters looked like, and I would a lot of times pick better looking armor over better stats armor just because I was an RPG and I want to like what I look like. He would get so pissed. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, the armor's not even that good. Why are you doing that? I'm like, I look like a fucking badass.
I keep dying, but I look good dead. Look great
I
on the
look
ground.
great getting slaughtered by a bear.
It is. It's getting to the point where, yeah, it's so frustrating. Being a mage already is more difficult. You got so many things you got to activate and conjure and do all this stuff before you even go into battle. When something surprises you, or if it's like a super strong dragon, you're like, oh shit! Like I'll spawn my, I'll conjure a flame dude, and one hit they're dead. I'm like, well, fuck, I'm running this way then. You're Jesus. You see that?
You can't do anything. Some of those dragons are out of control. Summoning's the best. I think that's my favorite magic. in all
Conjuration, you
of-
mean?
Yes.
For the idiots.
Of
I've
all
never-
the Elder Scrolls stuff.
Yeah, that's what Glass Armor's doing right now. She's conjuring her sword. She's conjuring Atronach.
Yes. Yeah, the bound bow is fucking strong.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind
That's
of
the jam.
I think part of my issue with this character is I haven't chosen one thing or the other. I'm doing single-handed, but I should maybe have a shield. But I'm doing single-handed in like destruction, but then I keep fucking dying because I have got no armor. So it's like I need to just choose one and go with it.
Yeah, it sounds like you should take the dragon mask off.
It's 100% magic regen. 100%. So I use something, it's like, whoop.
Well, then it's worth it. Zap people ahead of time. Stop dying.
But I just put my armor on and I'm like, oh, I'm still dead anyways. What the fuck else am I supposed to do?
Lay down some runes, set a trap.
I know. There's always ways to do it. Use your shouts.
Do you use illusion magic at all?
That's what I'm focusing on this character.
That was one of my favorite
frenzy
parts. Yep.
or rally. I'm doing rally on my guys.
Yeah.
They get all fucking pumped, and then or not frenzy. Yeah, frenzy is when you throw it in the middle of.
And they all just fucking start killing each other. Exactly. Yeah, and you can scare them. They can run away. You can calm them. They stop fighting. They just
I use
look around
calm
for a second.
I use calm and just shake their hand, walk away.
The last time I did play like seriously was with a mage. Yeah, and it was mainly illusion magic and summoning. Conjuration. Sorry, I said it again. Illusion, conjuration, and
Alteration.
restoration, I think.
Restoration.
Those are the three that I focused on.
I've never used the wards. That's the other one. Since my armor sucks, I'm thinking about maybe have like a ward, and then I'll just use fireball or some shit. The other one.
It just saps your magic so quickly, though. Yeah.
I don't know. I just need to figure something out. I'm doing okay. I mean, I'll die a couple times against like a bandit chief, and then I'll figure it out and run around and make it happen. But it's frustrating.
I understand.
Because you get stuck and when was the last time I saved?
That's the part that sucks. I play Dark Souls so much that I don't save in any game. I forget frequently. As I'm going through and playing Mass Effect again, like I forget. I forget so often. Because Dark Souls, it doesn't let you go back to an old save. It auto-saves constantly. So I just forget about it.
Yeah. That's the thing, man. That's the thing. Nothing else. I haven't played. I wanted to play Apex Legends last night or yesterday. Never did. I did almost.
Keep forgetting.
Oh, I did buy a new controller, which is nice.
I saw that.
I bought a controller last year. It was all smooth. It feels weird. It doesn't have any texture to it on the back of it. I needed one with the texture. It was kind of weird holding it. It's just like slippery.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I bought the new dark gray with the blue. It made me hard when I saw it, so I bought it.
That light gray and green one I have is fucking sweet.
Yeah, it's along the same lines as that.
And it has that texture
I love
the back. Yeah, it's great. I got a controller for the Switch, which again I haven't played for a while, but I did get a controller for that. They have one that just looks just like the Xbox one with the buttons and the offset joysticks and everything. What?
Bought a controller with the buttons.
The one that had the buttons and the connection.
Have you ever seen the Elite Xbox One controller?
Yeah.
It's got like 4 things. It's got hair triggers
On the back.
on the back bottom. So you're like,
And then it has like the 12 directional D-pad instead of 4 or whatever the hell. Yeah, I never fucked with
$150. I was like, no.
You think we're going to get a new gen soon?
No. Xbox One hasn't been out that long.
2013?
Yeah, but they just came out with Xbox One X.
Yeah, but do you think...
That's 8K, right? Or 4K?
8K? It's 14K, guys. It's 1 million by 1 million resolutions.
One day.
You know,
TVs are getting cheap, man.
I was going to say, I get so pissed because my TVs look so good. TVs plural. And then I went to see the movie, Captain Marvel. And I was like, I know this looks great, but I'm getting pissed because the screen is only half illuminated and the projector looks like shit. And I was just getting annoyed that it's not in high enough clarity that I can really appreciate the movie.
Where'd you go see? You got to go to a digital one. Lennox? You went to Lennox, didn't you?
Lennox, it does have a digital one, doesn't it?
Place is shitty. No. Try to go to, that is an AMC.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I don't know.
It's supposed to be state of the fucking art, man.
I feel like the most updated one around here is the one at Easton. That AMC seems pretty updated.
Yeah, I probably should go there and watch it again, huh? Is that what you're saying? I should go see it 2 more times.
What do you want to go right now?
Yes. Actually, you should see it. It's good. It's fun.
I actually heard, not that I have like researched reviews or anything.
Do you want to get into
But
that?
I've seen good things.
Okay, good.
So I'm excited.
Yeah.
Something different.
No, it was great. It was great. Good stuff. I won't say much until you see it. But anyways, yeah, I was getting mad because I know what the things look like. I know what Infinity War looks like on my TV when I watch it. But then you see it in the movie theater, and like if they don't have 100% brand new state of the art shit, it just looks like 5 years old.
Yeah.
I'm pissed.
Glass Armor actually has an Xbox One S that's 4K. We should start watching movies on that one.
Maybe. Wait, the S isn't 4K.
Yes, it is.
I thought it was 2K.
The one she has is 4K.
What? Then what's the X have?
It's 4K as well. I think it's...
But what was the upgrade like?
Well, the S was the Slim.
Right.
And then the X was supposed to be the 4K, but I think the new S's, they also did 4K.
I see.
And
what you mean.
the X has like 2 terabytes of memory or something.
I see. That makes more sense.
Man, my memory is starting to get full too. A lot of games. I uninstall games.
Do you have 500 gigs or a terabyte?
I have a terabyte.
Yeah, me too.
I'm like at 80% full.
I lucked out so hard with my Xbox One. I got it from a pawn shop for $200. It was a terabyte one. It was great.
Pawn
Working
shop?
condition. Pawn shop. Came with a headset too.
1 or 2 of them.
Also. That was back in the day though. I got a better headset by this point. My headset's fucking... Alright, anyways. We do need to play some Battlefront though. Because Anakin Skywalker's out.
I turned it on and then shut it off.
Why?
Today. I like selected the game.
Yeah.
And I'm back on the goddamn Galaxy of Heroes because I got bored while at work.
Yeah.
Not while I was working, but while I was in a hotel room, I was like, fuck it, I'll re-download it. So I'm doing that game. And as I was buzzing away on my mobile game, the
You're an old man buzzing away and these damn kids buzzing away on their iPhones.
I don't know what else you
Buzzing
do.
away on their Blackberries.
But I let the menu open up and then I just stared at it. I was like, I'm not even putting the effort into it.
Yeah.
I turned on Trailer Park Asses again.
I do need to rewatch that. So 2 things. Battlefront Updates is going to join us on the podcast next week.
Why
next
is that?
Sunday, which I'm looking forward to.
Oh, so we need to play.
So that's what I was going to say. We need to get the Anakin update and jump in and play a little bit just to see. So we have something to talk about. I mean,
I have watched videos of the Anakin gameplay. I have done that.
yeah.
Because you mentioned, like last week, that he has 4 powers.
Yeah, he does have a 4th power, yeah.
And it's crazy because one of them you can like charge up. Or actually, I think 2 of them you can. One of them's like a push. The other one's like a fucking rage.
A choke, yeah.
But yeah, it's cool. He's really palpable.
He's really palatable. No, but he's a good Star Wars fan. He's fun. What are you laughing at?
He's a good Star Wars
fan.
fan.
He's an acceptable Star Wars fan.
Terrible human. Great Star Wars
No,
fan.
he's fun. He's not a toxic mofo. He doesn't talk shit to people. He's a big prequels fan as well. His fan community is called the Senate. So, that alone vouches for him, I would say. But I've been following him for a while for all of our Battlefront updates, even though...
Use my power, I beg you.
I beg you. Even though we've told Battlefront to fuck off multiple times in the past 2.5 years. But I just want to talk about Star Wars with him. And then if there's a little updates about EA and future games, I feel like he has some insights. We can talk to him about how EA is ruining everything.
I think if they get Fallen Order wrong, I'm done.
Yeah, it's over for sure.
I'm done with Star Wars games until they kill it. I'm not going to be guessing on these, is this one good? Is this one good? I'll try it. No, I'm going to stop trying until I hear fucking perfect game of all time.
So that's what I'm thinking of. Are we going to pre-order Fallen Order in December? Or are we going to wait until we see the reviews?
I'll probably wait.
I'm worried about it, honestly.
It's supposed to be like a story RPG, something like that.
Story.
Right?
Yeah, but if the story's not good, then it doesn't matter if it's story driven.
What is it supposed to be about?
A Jedi after Order 66.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you knew that. Don't act surprised.
Don't act
So surprised, Your Highness. Don't act surprised, Highness. You knew that. All right, I'm going to try some more of this beer. Now that it's been sitting for a longer period of time.
Jamie says, Fallen Order is never coming out. Way too hopeful.
I used to have like
Don't
a lot
assume.
left.
Don't assume.
You assume too much.
I think we talked about this before we started recording, but there was unconfirmed rumor leaks, whatever you want to fucking say, that a KOTOR series was potentially in the works for the Disney streaming service. At this point,
we talked about this a little last week.
I would just say don't do it. Like, even if you do it right, the whole... I don't know. I don't think you can do it right is the issue.
We talked
Maybe the fact that it would be a series instead of a movie would give you a little bit more wiggle room because the series can go so many different places. But at that point, you need so many small storylines in each episode.
I would honestly be very surprised if they did that.
I don't even know if I want it.
I feel like they're being risky enough for what I want, but they're still being a little particular about what they make spin-off movies and series about. So I feel like for them to jump all the way back to Old Republic with no warning would be kind of sudden. And I would dig that. And as long as they don't try to redo Revan's story, I think I would like it. I just don't picture Disney doing that. Like all of a sudden jumping all the way back to Old Republic without any preface.
Just do a Bane thing.
I think they should go gradually, like what they're doing with the movies.
Further and further back.
They should gradually go further back in time. So let's do a
Tenebrous.
Palpatine movie, episode 1 prequel.
Plagueis.
Let's do Plagueis. Let's do a Darth Bane, and let's go all the way back to Old Republic. That's what I'm about.
I don't know. I really think they have the opportunity to completely disconnect themselves from the original trilogy and just go, fuck it, ancient somewhere. And nothing has to make sense. It could be a completely different setup of a galaxy. They could be, what if... Listen to this shit.
I just don't know if they would do that.
What if?
What if
we show something like an ancient Star Wars society, and they're on Tatooine, but there's fucking water on Tatooine at this point.
Oh my god!
And then like 5,000 years later, the two suns, something happens over the 5,000 years that moisture evaporators are needed. Like, what if some ancient shit happens on Tatooine that they can show in a movie or a trilogy or a series, and then it would just completely build on and make the original trilogy movies or whatever, it would solidify them. Like, the Force is very prevalent on Tatooine because of the 5,000 years ago what's happening. Ancient Sith relics there may be. Pizza Planet.
So I opened this with saying like something crazy, a big jump like that, something very unexpected, very surprising, I would be on board for. I just don't think they're going to do that.
They don't have the kahunas, man. They don't.
They will.
They don't. And that's what you fucking need. You need to just say, you know what?
They're going to. They're working. They're growing the kahunas. They're not at full size yet.
No,
the
they're not.
kahunas aren't ready to go to the Old Republic. They're almost there.
They're kahuna free, man.
You got to feed those things. You got to
water
them. You have to water them.
Right.
They need proper sunlight.
Yeah.
They're not ready to jump back to Old Republic
Vitamin D.
Give me that fucking vitamin D.
I'll give you some.
Vitamin Dagobah. They're not there yet. They're not ready to jump back in time 4,000 fucking years. They can barely do something
40.
Like 20 years in the future. They have to, or 20 years in the past.
What if
they gotta be careful?
What if we saw a young Yoda?
All right, so let's spin off of this.
Jedi Knight Yoda.
Let's spin off into Celebration.
Jedi Knight.
Because, hey, we're 31 fucking days away from Celebration. Are you geeked? Are you excited in any way?
No.
You're the most unexcited fuck with the beard I've ever seen in my life.
That's what happens. It weighs down your chin, and then you can't smile anymore.
You're excited for the after party at the very least.
No.
Jesus. Anybody want a free ticket to Celebration? He's not going anymore. 31 days, man. If you're listening to this tomorrow, it's 30 days.
Got a lot in between here and there.
Yeah, it's going to be
Marvel and
extremely busy. March, April, and May is going to be a really busy season. You're getting married. We got Celebration. I got a trip of my own. Captain Marvel, Endgame, Game of Thrones. There's a lot of shit.
Gotta take a nap.
Once a day. News update, take a nap. Before you tweet, take a nap.
I'm napping that I'm taking a tweet.
Before you nap, take a nap. Game of Thrones premieres, take a nap. Spinning off, so Celebration.
Did you see the Game of Thrones shit?
Yeah, the trailer. Yeah, the most recent one. I think we're going to have some really unique and crazy updates at Celebration that we've never seen before. So we've only been to one Celebration ourselves. I know that. But I know that's usually where they release new information and have panels for the new cast, the new movie, all that kind of stuff. I think this year, because Disney Plus is coming out, we're going to have more updates than we could possibly imagine. Do you agree?
I think we're just gonna. It's gonna be if it's not an onslaught of trailers, information, posters, reveals. If it's not, I'm not going to another one.
You're a party pooper. God, I'm serious.
I'm excited. I'm excited for 9.
All right, listen. I understand your trepidation, but I'm going to talk shit at you for a second. I feel like you should be excited to go. Even if at the bare minimum, if they only announce episode 9, I will still have a good time going because it's the fucking mecca of all Star Wars fans in the world. Is Star Wars Celebration?
Yeah,
I'm fucking excited. Even if they don't announce anything,
what if the only announcement is the title of 9? Oh
it would still be a success.
Yeah, I mean it's fun.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, Chicago's a cool city too.
Never been.
Oh really? It's fun. I mean, I've only been there once, and I had a good time. So,
I just think the gathering of everybody, the energy's so high, everyone's just balls deep with Star Wars. Everybody that you see is balls deep with Star Wars. It's rare that happens, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You go throughout your everyday life, people are like, you like Star Wars? All right, that's cool. You have a podcast about Star Wars?
Mm-mm.
What the fuck? You have a Star Wars tattoo? What the hell? Fucking weirdo.
Don't have it.
You getting a tattoo?
No.
At Celebration?
Oh.
You should. Get Palpatine's face.
I want a Star Wars tattoo.
Get Palpatine's face on your arm.
I want like Star Wars.
Get Leonard Nimoy's face on your arm.
Leonard Nimoy.
Get Leonard Nimoy being choked by Vader. How about that?
Oh, man.
All that to say, I'm excited for Celebration.
You know what, actually, of course I'm excited for 9, but I'm actually more excited because it's untouched territory for Cassian Andor and The Mandalorian. If they release anything on those, I think.
That's what I mean, though. Episode 9, title and probably footage, Mandalorian footage, more Disney Plus series updates, Fallen Order trailer. We're going to get a lot of stuff. And it's capping off with the 20th anniversary of Phantom Menace.
That's the best part.
Which, unfortunately, I know you're going to be gone for, unless I can convince you to stay an extra day. But they're going to do that, and I feel like if there's any big prequel or pre-prequel announcements, it's going to happen at that panel. Just think if we got Liam Neeson, Ray Park,
who's all going to be
Ian
there?
McDiarmid, Padme, everybody, all on a panel together. Jake Lloyd.
They don't have that, do they?
Not everybody's confirmed yet. Oh. But as we learned, and as many people have confirmed, they're not very what the fuck's the word?
Prepared.
That too. They're not very forthcoming with the information. So
withholding information.
We'll see. Yes, they are very withholding.
Skywalker, a
Rural
Star
Farm
Wars
Boy.
Story.
Welcome to the chat. Oh, you asked earlier what we're drinking. I'm very sorry. We threw some Cinnamon Toast goddamn crunch in the French press with the goddamn porter, and we're trying it. We haven't rated that yet.
It's good.
Yeah, it's not as good as I thought it was going to be. It's not as good as eating the cereal.
No, that's the issue. It's not as good as eating the cereal or just drinking the beer. So,
but it is a fun experiment at the very least.
And with that said, because I was gonna go with a 2, but with all that said, I think I'm gonna have to land on a 1.
Unfortunately,
if it's like it's not as good as both parts put together, I would rather have just the individual. Give me a bowl of cereal and a porter.
Yeah,
and let me go to town.
Yeah,
but
fuck.
See,
I thought it was gonna be great. I don't know.
It's the somber celebration. No one gives a fuck. 1 out of 18.
It's just you. You're pissed. No one else is pissed.
Something about not caring anymore. I'm just tired, man. Wore out.
I understand.
Yeah. I tried to zap it up with the with a little bit of it, but
you need some coffee, man.
Yeah, I bought some cold brew. That's the stuff that I do. I gagged yesterday.
Why?
Glass Armor gave me some warm coffee. Not warm, but hot coffee. And I don't know what it is.
You're a fucking alien.
Oh, I'm not. Don't tell them.
Wait, so you're not, or don't tell them?
Men in Black are in the...
I was just going to say, you're going to rip like your human skin off.
The human.
Did you ever watch Mrs. Maisel? Marvelous Mrs. Maisel? You guys, you got to watch that. Throw up your Amazon Prime thing and watch that shit.
I don't have Amazon Prime.
What? How do you purchase things? But how do you buy things?
You want to know what's crazy? Is you get the Amazon Prime stuff automatically. I get free shipping when I order on Amazon. I've never had to use Prime.
Well, yeah, you get free shipping, but how fast is the free shipping?
It's free shipping 2 days. Most of the stuff is free shipping for 2 days. And even when it's not, when it says 5 to 8 days, I usually get it in 2 days.
You're a liar.
Order some incense.
You've never been more false. Why would I order incense just to prove the Prime, the Amazon Prime?
Because
point?
that's a weird one. That's not going to be like sold by Amazon. And
right.
I usually get it the next day.
What I was going for was, did you watch
Handmade.
the show? You should. Find methods to watch it. It's a good show. You should watch it.
What are they saying? Mopar maybe, might be.
I don't know what he said.
Pissed.
I don't even know what that means. Mopar maybe, might be. What does that mean? Explain yourself.
Actually, don't.
French cold press is very popular. No.
What else can you do with this thing?
Well, it's for coffee.
Oh, you put the beans in it?
Yeah, you never seen a French press before?
I've never eaten. No.
Yeah, you grind the beans up, you chuck them in the French press, you pour the hot water at a particular temperature, you stir it, you let it sit for like 3 minutes, and then you put the cap on, plunge it down, so all the beans and grounds go to the bottom, and then you pour out yourself some coffee.
Do you use deionized water?
I don't know what that means, but probably.
I made it up. It's nap time.
Is it? But water is ionized, right? There's ions in that shit.
No, I was looking for
De-alkaline?
no
De-hydrogized?
reverse osmosis.
Reverse osmosis.
Water.
It can be if you get that and then heat that up. That's what you want. Oh, if that's what you want. What's your hopes with 9 though?
Hope I enjoy it.
Just in general.
Hope you enjoy it. It's one of those where I hope they have a hard cap. I hope they fucking have a hard cap.
I agree.
If they leave this shit open,
I agree 100%.
because even if you do a hard cap, there's still an opportunity to do shit beyond. If you
They
really
can
want
always
to.
make episode 10.
Yeah.
No matter how they end this, they can always make it work for episode
But
10.
end this storyline. End
I
these
agree.
characters. End it. Blow Planet up if you need to. Blow up Coruscant. I don't give a fuck. And choose a different center location for a new government. Blow it up. With actually, let's go like fucking chemical warfare. Let's murder.
Podcast is shut down.
You asked what
Thanks
you
for watching.
wanted to see. No, I do want a hard cap. I want the Skywalker storyline to end.
Yep.
I want to be done with it.
So you think we're done with Rey, Finn, and Poe?
Maybe not Rey. Finn and Poe need to. They honestly, I expected Finn to die in 8, but I would be okay, and actually, I would be happy if Poe and Finn died in 9 as a sacrifice to win the overall war. Like if they lost the battle, but they won the war, kind of deal.
See, I don't think they need to die in order for the story to end properly. I think they can do it where they all survive. It would be nice if somebody does go out as casualties, and that's just me. That's just me kind of rejecting like the old school storytelling where the good guys always win. I think there should be some casualties to make the victory
Worth something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I don't think Finn and Poe need to be completely out of the story just in order for them to continue or not continue. Does that make sense?
Man, I don't know. Since we've got nothing to go off of,
You don't have anything to go off of.
I don't know what else to bring up.
Kylo's in a white room with the Vader helmet.
So he's at an Apple store
Buying
trying to
Vader.
get a Samsung Vader battery recharge. You're in the wrong store, motherfucker. What?
That'd be funny.
Yeah. Also, yeah.
What was that?
Glass Armor, man. Her laptop exploded.
Can you elaborate and speak properly?
What is it? What is this called?
It's called a laptop.
What's the I one?
There isn't an i1.
What is it? What's
it's a
that called?
MacBook Pro.
MacBook. Her MacBook exploded.
Why?
The battery in it expanded and it popped off her mouse pad.
Which one does she have?
I don't know, honestly.
I don't believe you until I see it.
It wasn't even plugged in. That's the crazy thing. I didn't know that could happen. Like, it was sitting on my desk under my shit. And it just, one day, she noticed the mouse pad was popped up. I'm like, what? I haven't used it in a month. I don't know. It's weird shit.
I don't believe you.
Just off the I Vader helmet.
I don't believe you. It's not gonna be true until I see it in person. Dryly. It's not too sweet. It just gives it a weird texture.
What this? It's just sugary. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's not the greatest aftertaste, and it just gives it. It's not like it's too sweet. It's just a weird texture.
It's sugary. It kind of has like the consistency of that milk at the bottom of the cereal bowl. It's not like sugary per se, but it's like leaves a film.
Yes, that's the best way to say it.
So,
yeah, I'll say 1. Unfortunately,
I'm on a 1.
which sucks because I would give the Baltic Border itself. I would be pushing 3 for Baltic Border, or I keep calling it that for Deep Search. I'd be pushing a 3 for Deep Search in general. So,
Sea Grant.
yeah, they have a series about ocean stuff.
I do like their
It's based on
the color usage.
The Life Aquatic.
What does that mean?
It's a movie with Bill Murray.
Is that the one where the girl fucks the fish?
I don't know.
Have you
I've
seen
never
that?
seen it.
What's the one that won a bunch of awards?
I've never seen a female fuck a fish, so I could probably say that no, I haven't seen whatever movie you're gonna say.
No, there was that one that won a bunch of awards where the lady fell in love with the fish boy. Fish boy!
Yeah, it was House of a Thousand Corpses.
No. It was just recently. Aqua.
Last Jedi.
Where the wise old man sucks the alien fish tit.
He didn't ask for permission. That fish is pissed. Took him to court afterwards. What, Aquaman?
No. I don't know what it was called. Miss it.
It sounds pretty fucking specific. I
What?
feel like you can't forget that.
What?
A woman fucks a fish?
No, she falls in love with like a fish boy. I've never seen it, but I know it won many awards. It was a foreign film, I think.
Seabiscuit.
Seaweeds.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Or sea.
Yeah. You want to talk about the Star Wars theme park?
Let's do it. What happened there?
So first of all, are you excited to go?
No. I'm more excited for Celebration, man. Let's do that.
That's saying a lot because you're not excited for Celebration.
I am.
All right, so we've been talking about Galaxy's Edge for a while. Everyone's been wondering what's going to happen with it. When's it going to open? They said summer and fall, respectively, California and Orlando.
So is it happening all over the world, or is it in only the...
California and Orlando.
That's the only two that are getting the Star Wars park?
For now. I'm sure they'll expand.
Because there's also a...
Shanghai
and Paris, I think.
Paris, Tokyo, I think.
Yeah.
I think. But yeah, so Galaxy's Edge announced opening dates May 31st, Disneyland in California, and August 29th, Disney World in Orlando. The only thing that won't be available at launch is the Rise of the Resistance ride will not be open on these dates when the park
Is that the one where you get
officially.
onto the smaller ship and then they blow the ship up?
Yeah, I think it's the one where you put all your faith in a admiral with purple hair and then she ruins everything.
She ruins everything.
I think it's that ride. Then you get kicked out of the park and you're just like, well, you chose Holdo. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know. That's
your guys are out.
Shape of Water.
The scene looked
See?
great though.
Taylor Leonard's on it. Shape of Water's the fish fucking boy.
Taylor Leonard says nothing. The history of the show. No comments on Star Wars. Where's that one with the chick that she fucked a fish? Shape of Water. I got it. I'm
He's
on
like-
it. Patreon $5. I'm there. I know this one. I'm gonna start a Shape of Water offshoot podcast.
Shape
Spin-off
of Water.
podcast.
You know what the shape of water is? A big underwater dick. That's the shape of it.
So the parks, Disneyland, May 31st, Orlando, August 29th, which pisses me off slightly. I guess I can't be mad about a Star Wars park opening, but I'll be in Orlando August like 13th to 19th. So I'm almost like, well, I'm not going to go back to Orlando 10 days after I leave. That seems silly. But I'm also pissed because I can't just stay in Orlando for like 3 weeks. Or can I?
Why don't you just shift everything a week?
What if I just live everything at Orlando?
Live at Orlando. Shape of Orlando.
A woman falls in love with Orlando.
Classy.
No, it's I'm going to a conference, so I can't change the dates of the conference.
Oh, I thought it was something that you might be putting on to be like, everybody just shifted a week and we're all going to have a lot better time.
Hey, worldwide conference, change your dates to the Star Wars park opening so I can go. because it's more important than the conference.
Tim Fluffybeard, welcome. Rural, where have you been? Either of you's going to Star Wars Celebration.
He tuned in late. He didn't even know what kind of fucking beer we were drinking.
How many times do I gotta complain?
He's in the rural. He's getting slower internet. Everything's delayed. It's all delayed by like 10 minutes.
Everything's coming in.
That's one hilarious thing about Captain Marvel is like all the 90s stuff because it takes place in like 94. So like seeing like dial-up internet and like the old Windows 95 computer and all that shit and a payphone and Blockbuster. It's awesome.
Blockbuster.
Yeah, go see that.
Do you remember on Manor Avenue there was a local home video store and it had a little play area for kids in the front of it? You don't remember that?
No, I don't.
We used to go there when we lived in Mentor.
Was it like an old McDonald's with a play place and then they turned it into a video store?
Almost.
It probably was.
Honestly, no. But it was along those lines, but it was obviously like locally owned because it wasn't like tubes and shit. Also, DZ Discovery Zone, I missed that. I need one.
Discovery Zone, yeah. I want to buy them and restart it once I'm.
That's how I want to travel to work. It's just in a tube thing.
You have to have a really high, like you have to live on like the 100th floor of something though.
It's fine
for it to be a tube long enough for you to like get to your destination.
Dude, the exploration that happened at DZ is fucking crazy. You go up into a tube and then you like swing across this thing and then there'd be a ball pit in the middle of everything and then you keep flying through and
it was so good.
It was so good. There was even a room I remember where they had there was a ball pit with air guns and you load the balls up and you could shoot each other with them. Oh my god. I want that today. Star Wars Park, where the fuck land galaxies? You gotta load it up, man.
That's a good idea, actually, like an adult park like that. Like an adult theme park. Where you can go fuck around and get hammered the whole time.
Or there should be an Aquaman water park where
Why
you can
Aquaman?
Because it's water park.
You were talking about a ball pit and rope swings, and then you went to, it has to be a water park.
Oh, and a water park. I want to have an outdoor one with all of it.
So is DC going to start a fucking theme park then?
Where?
I asked if they are going to.
Downtown Cleveland.
There is a crazy ass theme park coming to Delaware.
Delaware.
North of the city.
We're in Delaware.
Delaware, Ohio, not Delaware, Delaware. Not you, Fode. You're not getting that, Fode.
Delaware, Ohio. Ooh, look at the frog.
What are you doing? That's the worst pour I've ever seen in my life.
Guys,
what the hell is that?
Look at the things though.
Oh my god, why?
Isn't that cool? It's like
it's an experiment.
It's a beer.
It's an experiment in how not to pour your beer. Oh my god.
You gotta let it expand and froth.
Not necessarily.
It almost looks like a bad Coke.
Yeah, actually looks just like Coke. Anyways, yeah, so up in Delaware, there's a giant...
DC theme park?
No, not DC themed. Just theme park in general. With water park, amusement park, hotels, all that kind of stuff.
We still got to go to the... Oh, I know where we're going.
Where are we going?
Figured it out already.
Where are we going?
The Brewdog Hotel.
We do have to go to that. I forgot about that.
It's booked.
And they have a fucking... well, not yet, but they're coming out with an airline too.
That's just called American Airlines.
What if it's free beer though?
I finally went to when I was in Covington, Kentucky, where you just bought a certain amount of beer and you got a card and you swiped it and you would pick which beer you wanted. But that was our last stop in Covington. We were already hammered. I got the hiccups. That's when Mopar cuts it off. When I get hiccups, that means I'm hammered and I can't drink anymore.
Someone might die that night.
That's when I stop.
He has a card. If I have hiccups, take me away.
Just up. Here we go. Need to cash
Give me the
out.
hotel key. Get the fuck out of here.
Call the Uber.
So the one where you like swipe on the wall and just pour your own draft beer.
Yeah, and it brings up like your total, and then as you, it'll count down your total as you pour.
Yeah, Columbus really needs one of those, I feel.
Well, that's what's at the brewery or at the Brewdog thing.
Oh, interesting.
At the hotel. That's
Well, I haven't been there yet, so obviously I don't know that.
We're going.
But I know there's a hotel room and you get beer in the room and beer in the shower.
Put this on the fucking ground.
I want to try some more.
Here, pour it into your thing.
One sugar beer.
I can't see.
Sugar with water.
West Virginia whiskey. Damn autocorrect. I've been thinking about breaking out some West Virginia whiskey.
Farm boy, you're way behind everything today. Upset, disappointed.
Yeah, seriously, you're banned. Oh man. Oh yeah. Like I said, I saw Born of Osiris last week. Finally, they sounded great.
Good.
That
Yeah,
was
the
my
last couple times you saw him, the sound guy was terrible.
Fourth time seeing him. This was the first time I was like, "Fuck yeah!" And it was like a theater where it goes down, but there was no seats.
Yeah.
So like you could be in the back ordering a beer and be looking down on the stage. You can still see everything.
It. That's awesome.
So cool.
That's
so
cool.
Finally.
Under Oath is coming this Sunday to Columbus. I'm not sure if I want to go because I don't want to go by myself because I'm scared. I want to get attacked by the teenagers. Trying to mosh pit.
I did. I went in the mosh pit. I went back into the fucking mosh pit. Well, now I have some girth to me, so people bounce off me now instead of going through me. This is a good beer outside of the sugarness.
It's good.
Frosted Flakes.
It's good. I'm not going to say a 1. But yeah, I'm going to say a 1. I'm going to say a 1. It's true. It's fair to our rating system. It's the texture for me. I think the sugar from the cereal adds a weird texture to the beer that it's not enjoyable drinking it. And the aftertaste sits with you for so long, you probably... Well, you can't hear probably the mouth click because I take that out in the editing process because I'm a great producer person. But yeah,
Sound of water.
The texture is not great.
Huh?
The shape of grass.
The Shape of Grass?
Yeah. Yeah, so about your Born of Osiris thing. Yeah. The people behind the scenes are the most important people in a performance, movie, album, everything. When one thing like one major big thing like that is not right, it ruins everything. Like you could be seeing the best band in the world, but if from where you're sitting the sound sucks, doesn't matter because you are pissed. You can't hear anything.
Yeah.
Same with the movie. If the audio sucks, if the music sucks, just ruins the whole experience.
It was good. It was a good venue. That was one of the longest days of my fucking life. I woke up at 4 to finish my training thing. So what I did for my training was a Jeopardy game, but I had normal Jeopardy, double Jeopardy, then final Jeopardy. So I had to build all of that and put questions and answers and daily doubles, and it worked out.
Why didn't you just put them through the Jedi trials?
It worked out very well. But after 8 hours of doing Jeopardy and waking up at 4 a.m., I came back to the hotel and the show started at 7. So literally 4 a.m. to about 4 a.m. And I was like, I was sitting there and I called Glass Armor and I was like, maybe I should just not go to the show and just fucking cancel my life and go to bed.
No, fuck
And
it.
I'm like, but
Go see them.
yeah, it was a mile walk and I was like, fuck it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's when we're traveling and I'm at a conference or when we go to Celebration, sleep and requirements go out the window entirely. Yeah, I don't care. Like when you're there for that long, for that short period of time and you're trying to see as much as possible, you only do that once a year or in Celebration maybe every other year. So, I go hard. I don't care. I'll get 2 hours of sleep a night for 4 nights just to get everything in and then crash when we get back.
Yeah. Still catching
That's
up.
how I feel about
well,
it.
and I had all that longness and then a 7-hour drive back and then I lost an hour. So it was just a culmination.
Yeah.
Travis Dunn, it says the chat is more for us to talk. Mopar never reads my messages right.
Because you're drunk as shit, Travis. What the hell?
Oh, Travis Dunn trying to be a human over here. That's cute. A good day. Podcast awakens. So, I got a question for you.
I want to hear it.
What's tomorrow's date?
Tomorrow's date is May 12th.
We missed Mario Day.
12th?
March 12th.
March 12th. Sorry. I'm already thinking forward to May 4th.
We missed,
Mario Day, Martin.
yeah.
That's Mrs. Commander's birthday. It's
Oh.
Mario Day.
Yeah, I never saw that. I got an email from Disney or what the fuck? Nintendo. And they had like 50% off Mario parties or whatever, but they said it was March 10th, Mario Day, and I was like, I've never heard of that. So I wanted to bust out the NES and play some classics, but I never did.
Yeah, somebody in the chat shared that, and I was like, fuck, I never even thought of that before. So if you're listening, wife, you're born on Mario Day. You should feel proud.
Luonga. What's the Luigi? Oh, Luigi.
What the hell just happened?
Luonga.
Luonga. What are you trying to say?
What's the...
Yoshi.
Oh. I still haven't played that either. Yoshi's
What?
World? Or
Yoshi's Island?
Yoshi's Island. I've never played. I've watched people play Yoshi's Island.
You said I still never played it. Like it just came out. That game's from fucking 94.
25 years old.
96 maybe. I can't remember. I love Yoshi's Island. It's one of my favorite Mario games of all time. I think Yoshi's Island. Oh man, I think it might be my favorite Mario game.
Wait, what was the
It's
one?
so unique.
What was the first Super Mario World?
For SNES?
Yeah. That's the one. So I take it back. That's the one I've never played.
You probably never played Yoshi's Island either, though. It's really wacky, though. You're Yoshi the whole time.
Yeah, and you shoot eggs, right?
Yeah, you swallow enemies and make eggs out of your butt, and you shoot them at people.
I do that.
I do
remember
that
that.
regularly. I am Yoshi. Did you know? Yeah.
So weird. My mind's going all the way back to the 90s now that we're talking NES, SNES.
Well, I'm wearing a Pizza Planet shirt. What do you want? Toy Story.
I think mine's older than yours.
Toy Story 4. That was the other thing they showed at the Bob
You
Iger
gonna
press
go see it?
conference release.
I've only seen Toy Story 3 once.
Of course I'll see it. Same here, but of course I'll go see it.
Okay.
The real question is Hanks and Alan doing the voices again? I feel like they couldn't do it without
If they
them.
don't, I'm not seeing it.
I don't know why I said that. I'm sorry.
It's like the Pirates movies when they took half the characters out and they're like, it's still the same thing. No,
I haven't seen 4 or 5 at all.
no, I would never.
Then how do you know they took all the fucking half the characters out?
I've seen the cover of them.
What if those
Monica
characters-
Lewinsky's not in it anymore, and what's the Legolas isn't in it anymore.
Monica Lewinsky. That's where we are on this podcast.
I heard her
She
name.
was Padme. She was the clone.
Knightley. Yeah,
Keira Knightley. She was not the clone, the stand-in for
The double.
the stand-in.
the double
What's the term?
stunt double. The queen always has a stunt double nearby, just in case.
In case she has to do a fucking flip off this little rock over here.
This rock.
Her body double.
Body double. Yeah.
Keira Knightley.
But Keira Knightley dies in episode 2. Thank you for dying. Isn't that right?
Yeah, but why do you say it that way?
What do you mean? She does die in 2.
Thank you for dying.
Thank you for
Why'd
dying.
you say it that way?
Because I didn't have to die.
I know.
Handmaiden.
Guess I was wrong. There was no danger at all. Oh, your favorite person's dead.
That is, outside of episode 3, that is my favorite opening scene.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, we met. People death. People death.
All right, that's the title for the episode, I guess. I was thinking more. Yeah, that's a very surprising opening. But I like the way that it opens with the ship is floating, and then you see the planet upside down, and then the ship like turns, and the camera's following the ship the whole time as it lands.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Oh, dude, it's sweet. Because you're following it, looks like you're just like at a normal perspective with the camera, but then the planet shows up, it's upside down, and then the ship like flips around 180 to meet it. It's a dock.
I'll have to remember that.
You have to go watch it again. Episode 2, best Star Wars movie ever made, 2002.
Stop. I would take either body. Ether body.
Ether Bodhi.
Goddamn lag, cut pause, drag pause. What the fuck? Yeah. Sorry, guys.
There's no lag. What are you talking about?
There's always a lag on their
I'm
end.
just choosing not to read this until a certain point in time.
Certain point of view. Oh man, yeah, it's been kind of nostalgia. I've been not wanting to get into new stuff recently, like the past, let's just say month. I haven't just like investing in a new game. Like I've bought new games, but it's so much like the Shadows of Mordor game.
Yeah.
I've heard nothing but good things. I turned it on, the menu came up, and I said, "Fuck it." I didn't get into it. It's just you got to be into it first of all, and willing to learn the mechanics of a new game.
Yeah.
And if you're not playing with someone else, you can't like share. It's like, I got to do this all by myself, and
That's where I basically fallen with games and gaming in general is like, I'm going to play a single player game or I'm going to play something that's multiplayer when everybody else is all into it at the same time. And like, I don't want to play Battlefront 2 by myself.
I've kind of stopped that. I haven't plugged that in.
I'm not going to play by myself. Like, we're going to play as a group. We're going to do multiplayer. And I'm going to work towards unlocking Anakin, even though that's never going to fucking happen because I don't play it enough. But like, I'm not going to play that game by myself because the campaign was like 45 minutes long and really nothing happened.
Apex Legends is where we got to go.
Right, which I haven't got into yet, but I do want to finish Mass Effect again. I watched a couple YouTube series on Mass Effect, just the importance of it, and like reviewing Andromeda like 2 years later, just kind of looking back at it. I never played Andromeda really. I played the multiplayer, but I never really got through the campaign. So yeah, I'm basically playing single player games only. And then when all of our group decide to get into a multiplayer game, I'm going to jump in.
Multiplayer.
What'd you say?
Flying around like a bird. Hancock.
Like a bird, like a bird. Would you send me that gif of her? Or of Tony
it was
Montana.
of him, like, I think it was a gif of him like shaking his head and dancing, and it's like when you're pissing your girlfriend off and don't give a fuck or something like that. It's just like, gotcha, bitch.
And she's just doing that fucking 80s dance. Baltimore?
Where are you from?
What? Sound like a fucking bird.
Listen, Banana Boat. Ah, you got it wrong, man. That ain't me.
Oh, man.
I haven't watched that in a minute either. Sorry, we're quoting Scarface over here like everybody knows, but that's one of those movies forever.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm going to bed like hammered and I just want to put something on. I always put on Scarface. I don't know what it is. Either that or UHF. I'm like, two difference.
Two difference. It's so good. I mean, it's insane. It was a testament for its day.
It
1983.
It starts really quickly too. They get off the boat and then
Good
it's
music,
just like,
too.
Fuck you, huh?
Yeah. Where'd you get a scar like that at?
Eating pussy?
Eating pineapple? Do you ever see the TV version?
No.
They try to censor it and make it good for TV.
Good for TV.
Where'd you get a scar like that? Eating pineapple? That's literally what he says. Oh, man, it's so funny. Yeah, I haven't seen Scarface in a good while.
How do they even half the movie? That's what?
I know. Fuck. You saw the YouTube
Yeah.
compilation of him saying fuck. It's like 100 times.
What are they? Is it fruit?
It's more than that.
Fruit. The Diaz brothers. Fruit them.
The Fruit and Diaz brothers.
Fruit them.
Oh,
I
man.
bury those cockroaches.
Cockroaches. So good.
I always get made fun of by Glass Armor because I'm like, that's how I know about Cuban accents and all that. Because I don't know any Cuban people really, especially from where we're from. We don't know.
No. Joey Diaz and Tony Montana.
Joey Diaz and Tony Montana. And she
literally
laughs at me.
it.
She's like, "That's not Cuban." It's like I honestly grew up knowing, the actor. What's his name?
Al Pacino.
Al Pacino as a Cuban dude rather than an Italian mob boss from The Godfather.
I saw Scarface way before I saw Godfather.
Same.
Yeah. I was trying to look at what I have watched recently on
Look at the
Netflix because I can't remember.
the Benzino 007s from the 90s.
Yeah, so those have been popping up on
The Day Is
Netflix.
Never Enough.
I did. This day's over. I did say I watched Casino Royale.
Yeah.
And then
I did
Yeah.
plug that down.
Tommy Boy is a big fan of the Bond movies. So if I'm ever watching one, I text him. We just chat about it because the Pierce Brosnan ones, like, they're not that great, but they just have some nostalgia. Because it was, GoldenEye was like, what, 93, 94? So it was all 90s was like straight Pierce Brosnan, James Bond.
I
for
can
us.
never remember any of the names of it. Goldeneye, and then there was
GoldenEye,
like
Tomorrow Never Dies.
Tomorrow's Days Never End.
Tomorrow Ends at Midnight. And then
Tomorrow Ends
the World is Not Enough.
Yeah.
And then Die Another Day.
Die Another Day.
And that one was horrendous.
I knew there was 4 of them.
World is Not Enough is not great either, but
Which one's with
what's her face is in it?
Hootie?
Hootie and the Blowfish are in the third one, so it's worth watching.
Yeah,
at
what's
least
her
for
name?
that. I can't remember. Danielle
No, Battaglia.
Batista. No, I don't know. I don't remember her name. I'm sorry.
No, I'm talking about the hot half black girl. She's in Tomorrow.
Oh, Halle Berry.
Halle Berry.
She's in Die Another Day, and that one's awful.
Oh, really? That's the only one I've
It's like
ever
the
remember
Korean
seeing.
dude gets. The premise is like the Korean dude. There's an explosion, and he has like crystals stuck in his face.
Oh, yeah.
And he's gonna die. And then he has like a Mission Impossible face maker situation where he makes himself look like a British dude,
Mm-hmm.
and him and James Bond fence, and then they go to this ice fucking castle
Mm-hmm.
on the North Pole.
I do remember that.
I was like, that you can check me the fuck out of that like right away.
I would rather watch Batman Forever.
I also would because we did commentary
Two-Face.
to it. It's hilarious. I had some buddies over. We recorded a podcast for an episode for their podcast, and then afterwards we watched Batman and Robin fanboy commentary because they hadn't seen it in so long. They forgot how bad it was. The part where like the the gun flies up to the dinosaur and just
just
glues
sticks.
itself to it.
Did you listen to the commentary with it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah,
ripped
we
it
were
apart.
cracking up. It
Dude,
was
my favorite
so
part.
ridiculous.
My favorite part of our commentary was when we were shitting on. Why is it snowing inside? Why is? No.
Why is he doing this? Why is it snowing inside? Why is this movie made?
Why was this movie made? Because it was snowing inside, and then there was like a pool inside,
Of ice.
but it wasn't. No, the water, but the water wasn't frozen, but it was snowing.
Oh yeah, so it should be like cold enough that it's snowing, but the water's not frozen.
But why was the movie made? Yeah, that was.
There is so many bad things.
Yeah, Jared.
Dude, the part that did it for me, Arnold standing there as Mr. Freeze, and this dude flies at him on some vine, one of Ivy's henchmen or whatever, and he knocks the dude off the vine, and he's standing still, and he grabs the vine and just flies upward from a standing position, no leverage. He doesn't jump. He just starts fucking flying upwards at some ledge. I saw that. I was like, man, they didn't even really try.
They didn't care.
They were like, this is going to be a toy. Let's just do that
We'll have the vine
And
as
this.
a part of the toy.
and pay Arnold and put this thing out. And that was it.
Jesus.
Oh man, it was insane.
Yeah, Jared actually texted me, I think last night or 2 nights ago, and he's like, I'm watching the episode 1 commentary. It's fucking classic. And I was like, yeah, I remember Kerner was a part of that one.
Yeah.
And then he said, quote, the ship runs in hopes and dreams, and we're out of both of them. That's why we got to crash land on Tatooine. It's like, Jesus Christ.
I feel like we could do a legit commentary of all the Star Wars again,
and
and
maybe
not
I'll be brand
cover
new.
the same jokes. It'd be fucking brand new again.
We should do commentary to our commentary. What the fuck was that talking about?
All right, this is going off the rails. What do you think of this? Final thoughts? As it
That's the
sat
one.
even longer.
Look at the fucking nastiness.
Try
man.
a sip.
No, I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah. Good idea. It tastes good. I love the taste. But the texture brings it back down, so it kind of balances out. So it's almost just like a little bit sweeter porter than I would normally have.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Which is I'm let down from what I thought was going to happen.
The porter itself's actually pretty solid. I like this. It's not coffee. It's just like a dark ale.
Deep Search is great.
Yeah, it's good.
It's really good. So
I have to keep it up with that.
That's
What's
what it is.
what are you gonna hint? What's the cereal next time, or what are we gonna be mixing?
all right, so here's the thought. Let's think about this and let's ask our listeners. So my original idea was to do 4 different cereals. So I was gonna say like let's do Cheerios, let's do Cocoa Rice Krispies, and Golden Grams or something like that. But if you think it would be better with maybe coffee or chocolate or something, like should we throw a different thing in the mix altogether?
Well, you could do just like Cocoa Puffs or Cocoa Pebbles.
Pebbles.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Just doing like a normal porter
Yeah.
and do that. If you want to go with the coffee route, or I'm sorry, the chocolate route. The Fruity Pebbles would be really interesting with something.
Like it'd be gross though.
Also, yes. But if you had like just like an IPA with Fruity Pebbles, I feel like you might be starting getting in that like Hazy Jane area.
Where you have to swim through the beer to really understand what it tastes like.
Benevolent.
Yeah, so if the cereal was a terrible idea, let's try something else.
No, let's just try
Throw some
different cereal.
fucking blackberries in there or whatever. Not in this one.
Strawberries, poisonberries, pumpernickel.
Throw Israeli Palestinian conflict muffins into the beer. See what that tastes like. All right, that's it.
It's a good idea. Good day, Galaxy. Sorry this was the worst episode of all time.
Oh no, it's probably the best. If you go back and think about it and listen to it.
If you don't.
No one broke down tonight.
Check mark. All right. Step 2.
Good episode.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you an Uber. Yeah, what's it doing? It just doesn't work. Well, okay, I'll call an Uber then.
What's I started?
What's up,
come on,
Dakota?
man.
Dakota pops in at the last
Dakota
segment.
pops in. We're gonna on that note, I think Dakota, goodbye everybody.
I don't.
What?
There's nothing else to say. Hopefully, good vibes come out soon.
I don't like Star Wars that much anyways.
Which way to go? We're done. I'm done with this.
Why did you do that on purpose?
I didn't.
Why would you do that?
hot in here.
Yeah, they turned the air on earlier, but not enough for it to be worthwhile, I guess I would say.
Fortnite. This shit just pops up. Mopar banned me.
You're not banned. Don't worry about it. You're not banned. We would never ban you.
We'll see you guys.
No. Who's going to Celebration? No, Farm Boy, are you going to Celebration? I feel like I saw on Twitter that you were. Jakota's not because he's a bitch.
He also lives in like New Mexico.
Remember when we saw his name pop up for the very first time and we didn't believe he was real? Thought it was a troll?
Who? Farm Boy?
No, Jakota on Twitch. We were
What's his
streaming
name?
back at LC when I was still there. I couldn't remember what his username was, but he said he was from Moscow.
Oh, Moscow, Idaho.
And we were
or
like,
something.
What? Moscow? He's like, Moscow, Idaho. I was like, that doesn't exist. You're not real. You're a fucking
I
troll.
do remember that now.
Get out of here.
Spark those good vibes.
Yeah. Get on those good vibes.
Good vibes.
Bro, you should go to a Celebration. You know what I'm saying? You should attend.
Monica Lewinsky followed us on Twitch.
Nice.
Oh, what is this? Bring in Star Wars: The Galaxy Edge.
Zale said we had some good traffics.
Look at that, Billy D. Williams. Confirmed for Saturday, as well as Peter Mayhew.
The real question is, are you going to stand in line for 16 hours to get one autograph?
No, actually, yes.
Janina Gavankar. If anybody knows Iden Versio or any of these mofos, actually bring them to our after party at Motor Road Brewing, where we're going to have fun and not charge anybody to talk
Oh my
about Star
God,
Wars or
could you
chill.
imagine having a Colt 45 with Billy D?
All right. If anybody knows the actors of Star Wars, please let us know, because that'd be fun.
Who the fuck ass?
I was from Moscow.
You're not Reckwell.
Rickle? What does that mean?
Real. You're not real.
You're not real,
I
man.
met Peter Mayhew already. What was he like?
Peter Mayhew. He was tall and he growled like a fucking elephant.
Gargantuan.
Gargantuan the Hut. Man, this beer was disappointing. I'm pissed, honestly. All right, before we sign off, Wasted Fed. Yeah, we talk to Wasted Fed every once in a while. Daniel Logan, he thought he was cool and he was trying to just get followers. He played me. I'm pissed. Fucking all the 007 movies are on here right now.
I don't want to talk shit about Daniel, but he is a very needy person.
Yeah, he started the Instagram. He was trying to grow it. I understand. But at the same time, he would have a better interview with us than he would on the Star Wars show. Daniel, what's your favorite kind of beer?
An open one.
What do they drink on Camino? What?
Came across a guy who at work this weekend.
Yeah.
I caught him pouring a can of Coke into a bottle of Coke. It was like your bottle spiked or something? Like, what are you doing? He was like, no, I don't drink out of cans. People piss on them. I was like, okay. What?
He's just throwing you off so you don't ask. He probably had whiskey in that can.
No, that's what he said. He never drinks out of cans because he knows people that work at like canning companies or whatever. And he's like, yeah, it's a joke on them. Joke for them. They just piss on the cans. Like, first of all, who are these people?
Second of all, you have a better immune system if that happens. You should be proud.
I'd be pissed.
Get it? All right, friends. That's enough. Get the